Hello, good morning. It is a beautiful, sunny, bright morning here at Everdeen, and I'm being a little bit lazy. All right, well, I haven't been completely lazy. I did get out of bed and put on some makeup, and I did make the bed because did you know that if you leave your bed unmade, spiders will come and crawl down the little cracks in the sheets and then wait for you and then eat you? This is science. And it's something that I've been worried about since I was a small child. I compulsively make the bed every morning. Anyway, apart from spider defense, today I thought it would be fun to do a little bit of a different style video than what we normally do, because there are a lot of small projects around the house that just need to get done. And I tend to procrastinate small projects because I know when I do a big project, there's a big finish and it feels like I really accomplished something big. And also it's better for filming videos for you guys. And it just kind of means that the small projects get kind of shunted to the side. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to take you guys with me and do kind of a video diary of my day as I go around doing as many small projects around the house as possible, which will hopefully by the end of the day add up to a big difference. And I'll talk to you guys a little bit about kind of the behind the scenes vibe here, because you know, when I'm here for a very short period of time, or when I've got work, or you know, there's definitely a way that I organize myself for working. So I'll give you a little behind the scenes sneak peek of what goes on here. Enough chit chat. Let's get on. Let's get this day started and dive into some small projects. My first very small project is I need to clear more space on my phone. So we're going to put this week's videos that I've shot so far onto my little hard drive here so I can have more room to shoot. All right, next up, got to get dressed. I watched some videos about fancy editing. I got some ideas. You can tell how enthusiastic I am. All right, the first project of the day is going to be actually more of a question for you guys, because we're up here on the second floor in the little toilet WC with the jungle theme. And I need to put a mirror in here. Like this, obviously, it's a bathroom, it needs a mirror. And I bought this mirror, but I can't decide if I like it. Let me show you why. All right, so here's what we've got now. We've got the sink and the little cabinet and the towel holder. And I do quite like that mirror. I think it's a really pretty mirror. It was only €8, so if I don't use it here, I'll definitely find another place to use it. My initial thought was to have it hanging over the corner like this. But then I was also thinking about maybe putting it on the wall and getting a lot of other mirrors that I could like almost mosaic style kind of fill up this whole area with many small mirrors. But my question for you guys is that this mirror has a gold frame. But my conundrum is that this mirror has a gold frame, obviously, and our taps and our hardware are silver. And so I guess my question for you guys is, does that bother you? For me, I think it's okay. I know that silver plus gold is not like a traditional design choice, but does this bother you? Let me know in the comments, because I really can't decide if it would be weird, especially to like eyes that are not mine. Speaking of mirrors or just decoration in general, I'm also debating if I should put something here, like some kind of wall decoration above the toilet. It wouldn't, like, obviously as you walk into the room, it wouldn't be that visible, but if there's mirrors on the opposite side over here, they would reflect this wall. And I don't know, like it's a little busy with the wallpaper already, but it could look really nice. Let's try holding that mirror up. Like, I don't know if it would be more mirrors on this wall, but I think it does look nice to have something. It's quite funny because I've spent a lot of time like visiting chateaus and historical homes and getting ideas. So when I'm designing rooms, I feel really confident. I have lots and lots of ideas. But when it comes to bathrooms, like you never see that as part of a chateau or a historical home. So I feel like I really struggle sometimes of like, how is this supposed to be done? Anyway, while we're on the subject of mirrors, there's another mirror-related project that needs to get done. I must admit that I drove down here on Wednesday. It is now Saturday, and I have not yet unloaded the car. Most of this is going back to Paris, and to be honest, like, we just didn't do a good job of organizing anything. This is all my aerial equipment. We've got a hoop, we've got the moon. This is a aerial hammock. This is Laurent's suit. Basically, just everything that we had in Paris, we had to chuck in the car because we had Airbnb people arriving to stay in the Paris apartment. But there are some things that are destined for Everdeen, such as this lamp, this big mirror, and a couple other things, little pieces of art and stuff that I got at a brocante the other day at Bastille. So it is time to unload these things and actually get them into the house. Just sticking everything in here for the time being to show you guys. So obviously got a giant mirror, which I do have an idea where I want to put it. I'm going to put it there and show you guys it in place with my idea. I don't know if it's going to work, but it's an idea. But I also got at the brocante this beautiful lamp for 20 euros. I'm obsessed with it, and I have no idea where it's gonna go. So I think what I'm gonna do is just walk around the whole house and like put it in different rooms and see if it catches my fancy anywhere. And then also got two pieces of art that are packaged together. A lot of times at these brocantes, you'll see sellers that just have like lots of small pieces of art, and you can kind of make an offer for, you know, if I get two, will you give me a discount? So I actually got these for 30 euros total. This is a original drawing, and I thought it looked really like something you would see in this area, so it's perfect for Everdeen. And then this is original watercolor. And not only does it also look like a landscape you would see in this area, but it also is a watercolor, and we have the big watercolor festival here in the summer. So I thought that was ideal. And they're both really nice. They both like really grabbed me. And because they have quite simple frames that are just simply gold, they can kind of go in any room. So again, I'm going to just walk around with these and see where they seem to fit in. Here is my idea for the mirror. So this is the tiniest bedroom. It's down on the first floor. I put this bed in here because the bed is like this beautiful style and I think matches the room, but I'm worried it's too big, you guys. The more I think about it, the more I'm worried it's too big. So that is why we're going to the antique shop later today, is to see if they have a smaller bed in a similar style or a different style that would also work in here. But over here on this wall, my original plan was to put this beautiful Italianate mirror. And I do love this. And this definitely needs a place of honor somewhere like really nice for it. But I'm wondering if we have a dark bed and if we have a dark little chest of drawers, which I would love to get this to work in this room. It might be too big as well, but I think it looks beautiful with the wallpaper. So I'm trying to make it work with this chest of drawers. I'm worried that it makes the room a little dark with all the dark furniture. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just want to test putting the mirror against that wall instead of this dark colored mirror and see how that looks. Let's have a look. Well, now I'm on the fence because it does look stunning with this wallpaper. Of course, everything looks stunning with this wallpaper, but this mirror is like particularly beautiful. I love it. I loved it enough that I carried it almost a kilometer to get it from the brocante to the car. Anyway, I'm a little worried that it's just kind of too small. Let me zoom out. There's a fly in here. How did a fly get in here? The windows have been closed. Oh, there's always a fly. Anyway, I'm a little worried that it's too small because this wall does need to have like something on it. I don't think there's going to be any furniture on it for like reasons of walking. But I'm worried that the mirror is too small and we'd have to have like more art around it. And I think that if we have a lot of small pieces of art together, it's going to make the room look smaller. So I'd rather have one big mirror than a small mirror and some art around it, I think. Let me just try putting it over here next to the window. That could be a thing. Okay, that does look great. The only thing is if I have this mirror here, which I do love it combined with that small furniture, the marble top furniture. But if I have that here, then what goes here? It's a mystery. I know earlier I said that I feel really confident doing design in normal rooms that are not bathrooms. And I may have spoken too soon, because sometimes I'll get a room where I just get really caught up in the details of like furniture placement, or like I overthink things, and this is rapidly becoming a room that I'm overthinking because I can't seem to find like the feng shui in this room. I can't seem to find like where it all clicks into place. You're like, this is the way it should be. I have a clear vision. Part of that's the size, because this is such a tiny room. This is the room that used to be a bathroom, and then we moved the bathroom to the other end of the house for plumbing reasons, and now this is a bedroom. But I honestly, like, I lived in New York. I've had bedrooms that were smaller than this. So I know it can work. It's just like finding the key to that puzzle. I do have one other idea, because I'm wondering what would happen if we took this bed, which I love the style and the color of this bed for this room, just not the size. But what would happen if we took this bed and instead of having it here along this wall, technically I think it can fit if we turned it and put it under the window here, and then took this furniture and put it kind of here. Like, would that be a thing? Maybe. I'm gonna grab a measuring tape and just measure, just to see if that's even possible with the width of the bed. Okay, we've got the length of the bed is, no, work with me here, work with me here. The length of the bed is 195. 194. And the width, I believe, is 117. I measured this the other day. Yeah, 119. So this space here is oh wow, this is 200. Oh no, it's because of measuring tape. I'm bad at measuring, guys. I have many skills, and measuring tape is not one of them. Here we go. Okay, that's a lot wider than I thought. It's 227. So we'd actually have extra room if the bed turns this way. Wow, it does not look like that. Like, it really looks like the bed would be, if anything, super snugly fit, or maybe too wide for this space, but I can double check that. No, we'd have 27 centimeters of extra space. So I guess let's try this. I will just check how far out would it come from the wall. It would come 119, it would come to here. Just put something there to visualize. I think it's worth trying. I'm gonna have to do a lot of furniture shuffling around, but I think it's worth trying. Well, here we are. We may have 27 centimeters extra once it's in place, but that is not enough to turn the bed. Of course, I can, disassemble it. I can take off this piece, which I think will give enough space to just turn it with the rest still assembled. But this bed in particular is just extremely difficult to disassemble because, you know, see, all the little screws that hold it together, those bed frame screws, are warped. And so it is possible, but it is a pain in the bum. And I already had to do it once this week, and now I have to do it again. Okay, guys, I think I've cracked it. Not the mirror. I've not cracked the mirror. I've cracked the puzzle of what to do in the room. I'm so obsessed with this. It's what I was talking about earlier about things just falling into place and being like, this is the way it should be. That's what has happened. I did not think that was going to happen today. I really didn't. I thought I was going to be stressed for the next week about what should I do in this room, but it has happened. Things have clicked into place and I'm so happy with it. I love that this layout makes the room feel so much bigger. I also love that you can lay in bed and look out the window because this is one of the best views in the whole house. I love that view. And I've had a couple of other decorating ideas, which are these. So this is a painting that's just been sitting in the sitting room in the storage. And I think it would go really great. Here, I have an idea about where to put it. I'll show you in a second. And then this is a little shelf. Since we're still in a smaller room, even though it feels quite big with this furniture setup, it's very convenient to have a nice little shelf to put your phone on, put a book on, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm not quite sure where this would go. It could possibly go over, let's see, can I hold it in the right direction to simulate? There we go. It could possibly go over one side of the bed like that. I don't know, that's going to be a job for when Laurent's here or someone else with hands is here so that I can make them hold it in various places and give my opinion. But I also do have an idea for where this will go. So let's hold it there and see if that works. I'm thinking that potentially we could put like a small chair in this space. Just, it's nice to have a chair in a bedroom, isn't it? And then maybe this could go here. Let's see if I show you from both sides. I think that could go there. That could be really nice. And then, yeah, potentially the shelf could do like one of these. But yeah, I won't pick a spot for either of these until I can see how someone else hold them and really see what it looks like when I step away. All right, so for now, we're gonna just leave things as they are in here. I will start looking at brocants for a chair to put in this space. Small armchair. That could be a fun upholstery project. But speaking of finding places for things, let's have a walk around with this lamp and see if it goes particularly well in any one room. Room number 1, the Rococo bedroom on the first floor. I don't hate it because the trim in here is blue and the lamp is blue, so that's nice. But I don't know if I'm sold. This is a possibility. Room number 2. It's the 1930s bedroom on the first floor. It's a no. See, guys, I can be decisive sometimes. Room number 3, the dining room that is an absolute catastrophe right now. Don't judge it. Just look at the wall color. Just look at the wall color with the lamp. Okay, I do actually really like that. Wait, let's turn on the light. This could be a winner. This lamp looks good in here. Let me put on that furniture over there. Let's see. Okay, the blue looks beautiful with the orange. I'm not sure about it being on the black furniture. I feel like that's too many different things happening. This orange color on the walls was inspired by when I visited Malahide Castle near Dublin in Ireland. And they're very famous for having a orange dining room and living room that's kind of almost exactly this color. And in that dining room and living room, I remember they had a lot of blue things. They had blue curtains, they had a lot of blue accents, and it looked amazing. So it really shouldn't surprise me that the blue looks great with the orange. The only thing is I don't like it with the black marble top. So maybe there's another place in this room it could go, because I like the orange and black together. I like the orange and blue together. It's just all three together. It's like a little too much happening, I think. It's not terrible over on the buffet. Is that a buffet or is it an armoire? What is it? Over on the medieval style furniture over there. It's not terrible, but there's no place for a shade, and I would like to put a shade on it because I hate a bare bulb. So I think for this room, maybe we'll have to say a strong maybe. Maybe we could get like a small side table or something like that. But yeah, it's a strong maybe for the dining room. Room number 4, the current storage room, but future beautiful sitting room. I don't think it goes with the wallpaper that well. Room number 5, the currently under construction library room. I don't hate it, actually. We don't have anything else blue in here, but the walls are kind of a neutral yellowy color, which actually really suits the lamp. And if you can see, the wallpaper on the ceiling is orange, has an orange pattern. So again, that orange and blue going well together plays into it. This is a possibility as well. Next up, the very recently finished tiny bedroom, which I'm realizing we can't call the tiny bedroom. Maybe we should call it the Victorian room. Everything in here is quite Victorian. I mean, it works, because what wouldn't work in this room? This room is looking gorgeous. I don't know if it's the best fit, though. Here's an outlier that could be the one. We've got this nice little landing on the stairs. So like this is the stairway that is going up to the second floor. And we could put a little table with the lamp here to make it really a showpiece. But I don't know if it's useless to have a lamp on a stairway landing. This one might be the obvious choice. We've got the blue bedroom for a blue lamp. I don't hate it in here, but it's not immediately jumping out to me and saying, yes, this is the one. But I don't hate it in here. It does work though. But I don't know. I'm not 100% sold, but it does work. I've also just rediscovered that piece of art, which I put in here at some point. I think I held it up in that space there and then decided that it wasn't the right piece of art to go there and then just set it on the floor and left it. So I should probably take that downstairs. Although perhaps this could be a thing. If we put the abandoned piece of art on the wall here underneath the giant hole, which will get fixed. I'm getting to that someday. It's going to happen. If that was there and the lamp was on maybe like a lower side table right here, so it wasn't taking up the entire vanity space. I do like having some accents of a darker blue in here. I was just saying this morning that I feel like there's something missing in the blue bedroom. So maybe that something is some pieces of art, some things with darker toned accents, because everything in here is really light right now, except for the wood furniture. So maybe that is what we're missing. Maybe we're missing some low lights. Final candidate, the living room upstairs. Living room is green, lamp is blue. It's not terrible, but don't love it. So that's a no. All right, so what I think we've learned here on the grand tour of Lamp is Rococo room, maybe. Library room, weak, maybe. Dining room, strong, maybe. Blue bedroom, strong, maybe. I think the question is, could we find something to put it on that is not the black marble topped buffet in the dining room? Or do we want to find a few other dark blue low lights and put it with them in the blue bedroom? However, this might also be one of those situations where I'm overthinking things. So maybe I can once again ask for you guys to help. Do you have a strong opinion about which room looks the best, or an idea for how to display the lamp to its best advantage? Let me know in the comments if you guys want to vote on which room you thought was the best home for the lamp. For my final little thing to do for the day, I think I'm going to get those 2 paintings that I got at the Brocante in Paris that don't yet have a home, and I do think I know where their home is. Let's test them out. We're in the library room, and I'm calling this room the library room because if you didn't catch the video where we started working on this project, this whole wall is going to be bookshelves. We're going to add in some more shelves over the window and a window seat with some drawers under it. And this whole, it's going to be an entirely bookshelved wall. It's going to be so beautiful. But I think that this room is also going to have like a semi-Victorian inspiration, the same as the new Victorian room across the hall. So I want to add some art to this room. Let's have a look at the 2 new paintings, or the 1 new painting and 1 new drawing in this room. A quick caveat, this is the only room in the house we're going to have as a double room. That means there's going to be 1 twin bed here and 1 twin bed here, and not a lot of other furniture besides the bookshelves. Maybe a little table, maybe a little chair, but not a lot extra, which means I do want to put a lot of art in here. And so I think these look beautiful with the wall color. And I especially love the dark red matte on the drawing here on the right. I have another piece of art that has a similar type matte. Let's get that and see if it goes well with them. Well, that was a very successful rummage. I found all these other pieces of art that match the same color pattern and the same kind of semi-Victorian vibe. I think that they're going to look beautiful. They all even have similar frames, so that is very, very useful. I was misremembering. I thought that I did have a piece of art that had the same color and style of mat as this one, but what I was thinking of in my brain was that I have this piece that's over here on the left. We've got this Edwardian lady who is the same color, if not the same mat, as the other piece. That's worked out great. I feel like that's real progress because now I know exactly what art I want to put in here. I might add 1 or 2 more pieces because, like I said, I really want to have like a lot of art in this room. But I'm gonna wait to pick actual placement for things on the wall, of course, until we have the beds in here, until we have the bookshelves finished, so I can see exactly where things should go on the walls. But yeah, I feel very accomplished. I feel like we've made a step forward in this room as well. It's funny because this morning when I was starting this video, I was thinking like, oh, I'll just do a little bit of caulk, I'll do a little bit of like put a nail here, I'll do a little bit of paint, put up some wallpaper or something, like just little projects, little small things. And this has actually turned into a completely design oriented video. But I think that it really, even though I didn't like build something or paint something, I do feel like we've made a big amount of progress in the house today because now I know where the next steps are, especially in the decor. And we have actual furniture placed in the Victorian room across the hall. I was expecting that to be much more of a project than it was, which is great. So I think today we've done a lot of advancement in the house. It is now about 5 p.m. I want to say. I'm a little tired today because I did a lot of work in the garden. I've done just a lot of like physical work this week, so even with moving the furniture, I'm feeling a little bit tired. So I think what I might do is do emails and respond to castings and that kind of like office work things that I have to do for my job and for organizing things here. I do also want to call some workmen for to come and do estimates for a few jobs that need doing around the house in general. There's a place we want to add a doorway and I'm too scared to do that ourselves, so we need an estimate for that. So I might take the rest of the evening to call some workmen, do some emails, do all the admin, and just let that be the productivity of the day. Which in that case, I'm going to leave this video here because no one wants to see me sit and stare at a computer for the next 4 or 5 hours. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed all the decor and the more like, you know, planning side of things, let me know because I can do more stuff like this. And please do give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe because if you want to see how all this looks when it's finally in the on the walls, in place, ready for guests, then please do subscribe to see what happens. And also, please do, while you're down there, consider becoming a patron because we appreciate our patrons so much. Everything we make from Patreon goes directly into paying for the house, paying for buying little bits of art at Brocant's, for paint and wallpaper and screws and all the construction things that I did not do today. But when I do them, they are paid for by our Patreon. So please do consider becoming a patron. Thank you so much to those of you who are already our patrons. And if you're interested in that, then please do follow the link down below this video and consider becoming a patron as well. You get all kind of little video bonuses and whatnot. Whoa, it just got really windy. Last year we had a crazy hailstorm. The video of it's on this channel, by the way. Like, I'm like PTSD that there's gonna be a crazy hailstorm at this time of year again this year. Anyway, before that happens, I'm gonna go and get to work on my computery admin-y things, and I will see you guys next time.